It's SuperStarcraftBros.
Platinum Thursday.
Is it Friday yet? I could really go for a Friday right now.
Nope, it's a Platinum Thursday.
On a Friday. Yeah. Iron Sparks.
Yes, true.
I'm really excited. First, tomorrow's Friday.
Yeah.
Second, Ohana.
Yep.
Who's playing on Ohana today?
Well, in our bottom right corner, we have our red ZvT GrNee.
Okay, GrNee. I get that. I like it. Alright,
And in
GrNee.
our top left corner, we have our blue tal'darim RawKitManRH.
No, that's RawKitMan.
Rocket.
RawKit.
Rocket.
RawKitMan. GrNee and Raw.
Kitman.
Rocket. Or maybe it's Rocket Man. Like rock, as in rock and roll. Rock it man.
Or it's like Rocket Man.
I taught Iron Sparks the trick with the middle button on the mouse. He thinks it's the most amazing thing ever.
The more you know.
The more you know what.
I don't know. Well, it looks like we're going to have our Fez expand coming from our Zerg player since he is at that 14-15 supply and has not built anything.
Yep, he is getting, he just passed the 200 mineral mark, and back at the blue Terran space, man, he is walling off with his barracks and supply depots, which is a smart move against Zerg.
Which the Fez did go down, and this wall is going to be up prior to the drone getting any scouting information.
Yeah, the drone's going to bump heads into the wall and maybe cause a little bit of damage to either the buildings or the building SCVs. Yeah.
But supply depot fix is fine, SCV's fine.
You know, we got an extractor, it appears, before the spawning pool for GrNee, which is interesting.
What do you expect to see from this?
Well, spawning pool did just go down. We might see him tech up straight to roaches, or maybe just try to go to a higher level tech, or maybe, I mean, he's just doing it to get speedlings faster, considering there is a little bit of a delay because he did go for the expand first.
Maybe. I mean, he starts mining 3 off it immediately as soon as it finishes, so we'll just have to see what he decides to do.
Yep. Right now he is building another Overlord, and we'll probably see him start pumping out a couple rounds of drones, and we have a scouting Marine out now, and SCV has made it to the base, and
it's gonna patrol
a really, really big triangle. Tag! Now he gets to go home. Do you remember when we played hide and go seek and you gotta tag the base and go ollie ollie oxen free?
Yep.
That was legit.
That's how
You
do
were
it.
never truly free until you ollie ollied that oxen free.
I don't even know what that means.
Neither do I.
Ollie oxen free?
I kinda wanna look it up now and figure out what it is. Remind me to do that later.
Was there an oxen named Ollie?
Probably, and someone set him free.
Yeah, so Ollie oxen free.
Alright, we have leagues out for GrNee.
And speed has started, so that appears to be what the gas is going to be used for.
Interesting choice for GrNee, who's needs to get that Overlord out soon because he's almost supply blocked. Command center going down for Raw, and he does have a bunker set up at the top of the ramp of his natural, which is a good move.
Yeah, so he's pretty much prepared for any light pressure that might come from the Zerglings, and he's getting ready to get his macro up and throwing down some additional barracks.
Yep, he is throwing down another refinery as well, so we could potentially see a mainly 3M army from him, and he is going for an economy build with that second orbital command at the natural.
Which is pretty standard. I mean, it's pretty rare that you actually see planetary go up.
Yeah, normally the planetary you're going to see thrown down at the
Like
third, if not the fourth. A lot of times Terran players nowadays are going for that third orbital command at their third, and then if they really need to, they'll throw down a planetary at the fourth. It just gives them a little extra economy because you can call down mules, and also later in the game, when you don't need the mules as much, it allows you to throw down those scans if needed.
And especially since this third is pretty easily defendable once you get around these rocks.
Yeah.
You don't really need the planetary.
I mean, it depends. I mean, a planetary wouldn't be a bad idea on the third right there.
But if you get the rock to me, you just walk down.
Yeah, but I mean,
some
it also opens up a second avenue into the natural, and having a planetary there might help defend that.
We just
that
build a
point.
wall right here.
All right. Protoss with your walls.
Terran with your walls.
Hey, our walls go underground.
OP.
Such a waste of space, having an entire building-sized crevice below the building.
How does that work? I mean,
I don't know, but I never
you don't dig the hole.
Well, they do have the drill. They just want to be friends. Alright, that SCV is going to see that hatchery go down at the third, which is a good call. GrNee is getting it a little early for this league. It's going to be, I don't know, about finished at what, the 9-minute mark? Yeah. And those Lings are holding down that Xel'Naga tower. And here comes a pack of blue somethings. I can't tell what it is. Alright, we got a Marine Marauder army coming down. The Zerglings bug out. It's Friday, isn't it?
Nope.
Damn it. I'm trying to will it into Friday. And here comes a huge swell of Lings. Baneling nest on the way for GrNee. Good choice for this bio army choice from Raw. And I think that SCV went back home. No, that SCV got called. This SCV's like, hey, my buddy told me there was a hatchery over here. And then they realized there wasn't.
So the Baneling nest is finished, so I wonder if he's going to be... He is getting 20 Lings on the way. Do you think he's how many of them he's going to work in the Lings?
Hopefully a lot of them.
I gave up on that then.
I don't know. I think he should go for the cancel on this. He does cancel that hatchery. He reclaims 225 of the minerals. And no Banelings on the field yet. He needs to get these guys out.
You know, I don't even think he needs the Banelings. If he just gives a good surround, not on that ramp. I mean, he still will be taken out, but if it wasn't on the ramp, if he had surrounded him, maybe when it was down here, he would have suffered less casualties.
Yeah, he does clean them up, though. For Raw, on the back end of this, he was doing his research. Stim is just about to finish. His armor upgrade for his bio ball is about to finish as well. And medvacs are on the way.
And he's getting 2 additional barracks, whereas our Zerg player...
Yeah, and here comes the Zerg player with a huge swell of those Lings going into the natural, and Iron Sparks is not paying attention at all. Hey, attention!
They didn't do anything.
Yes, they did. They died.
3 of them died.
But we do have a legit wall down at the naturals ramp, and none of them are going to be able to get in. I find it very interesting. He's sitting on quite a bit of gas. He has a lot of Lings, and he hasn't created any Banelings. Well, I'm a little frustrated.
Well, he did just finish the infestation pit. He's working on his upgrade. He has a macro hatch. There are the Banelings coming now.
About
15 of them. He is working on Baneling speed. I wonder if we are going to be seeing some infestors come out.
Well, let's see. Caribus is just about to finish. Pathogen Glands has started.
So it looks like we might actually see some.
I hope so. Alright, a small battalion of Marines with a couple of Marauders are heading out.
And
okay, medvacs were just about to go totally off course.
Terran player is expanding behind this. He's building command center in his base right now.
Stim into the mineral line of the third, but here come the Lings and the Banelings.
He did save some of the units by picking him up,
yeah,
but he did sustain some losses. He's going to fly up here, force him, try to juke him.
He did save 9 Marines on that initial attack, but it looks like this Baneling Zerg pack will follow them now, and here come the Queens to help clean up the medvacs.
And Pathogen Glands is just about to finish, so we might see infestors come out on the field as soon as the upgrade's done.
We do have Burrow as well, so we could be looking at some Baneling landmines, or some sneak attacks from the infestors.
I like this play. It's going to deny the Terran a third.
Absolutely. I saw it on the minimap a little earlier when you were talking about the third going up, and that Overlord dumping that creep, it's going to slow down the Terran army.
And even when you kill it, you still have to wait for the creep to dissipate.
Yeah. I know in Heart of the Swarm, the creep area for the Poopin' Overlord is smaller now, but I don't think they've changed the receding speed. And it looks like he's going to burrow that Zergling the moment that burrow is finished, which is a very, very smart move. It's going to at least force a scan and kill a little bit of the economy for Raw. I like that. I like this play.
It's gonna suck. Having creep raining on you?
Not really. It's like raining nutrients. It's okay. And let's see if he can get that Zergling buried before the command center gets in sight.
He's not paying attention to it, but he is moving up. And that Zergling does.
Aww.
But there are 10 infestors on the way. A lot of lings on the field.
Yep, I think the banelings just made their way back with the army. Unfortunately, they are behind. Ooh, good surround!
And it was...
Banelings plow mostly into the Marauders on the right flank, but it looks like this army is going to get cleaned up. Do we have upgrades for these lings? I know that I've seen the Carapace upgrade.
That's it.
But unfortunately, he hasn't been working on the other upgrades.
You know, it isn't that bad for him, though. I mean, he's only going against 1-1 infantry.
Yeah, and it looks like on the tail end of this attack, with the infestors popping out, he is going for the Spire. So I have a feeling we're going to see Mutas. Why? Because that's pretty much what you get out of a Spire.
I thought we were going to see Ultras.
You know, I like the creep spread that GrNee is doing. I feel like every Zerg game we've seen just, I mean, not a lot of creep spread.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, I don't know, it's such a valuable substance for the Zerg race. I mean, the Protoss have their Chrono Boost. The Zerg has its creep. The Terran have its mules. So I mean, you have to use some of those advantages that your race has.
Let's see. I find it interesting that the Terran did decide to use the scan just in case there was something burrowed. So even though there wasn't, the Zerg forced him to use 50
Yeah, I mean, it's really not gonna impact the income too much. Both players are excellent at harvesters. I actually want to say that GrNee doesn't need to build any more drones at all.
You know what I don't get?
What?
These numbers.
Mules.
How?
That's all. Remember,
see,
Zerg units are cheaper, though.
Yeah. So GrNee is taking both his 4th and 5th expansion. I'm not sure about taking this one first, because it is easier for the Terran to come up here.
You know, what I would have liked to have seen first is Creep already connected there, so he could get his forces there, excuse me. And potentially destroy those rocks that are sitting on the ramps just below that base, just to open up an alley to get his forces there faster.
Well, I think either way, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, it's a very minimal gap between the creep.
The Zerg swarm is getting huge. A lot of infestors, a lot of lings, and he's working on +2 armor right now and +1. It looks like this hatchery is going to fall, though.
See, this is what I was talking about. It's very straight in the way. RawKitMan he keeps going in this route to attack the 3rd, so it was just a very risky place to have the expansion.
And here comes the Ling and Baneling horde.
RawKitMan did get some split on his units to avoid the Banelings, but he didn't know the fungos existed, I believe. It looks like he will be cleaned up rather easily.
The siege tanks were cleaned up quickly, and it does look like that both armies essentially just traded each other. It looks like there might be a couple more lings. Oh, but there is a tank in the back. And of course, tanks are one of the key counters to a huge swarm of lings.
That's a captain.
Well, that's rare. Usually only see that if you're turtling. So congratulations, siege tank captain. Good job.
I also didn't think about this was a good idea.
I don't think GrNee should have tried to have taken that. I think he was a little confident in his counterattack. He did save most of his infestors, though, and it does... Whoa, 56 lings on the way. I have a feeling we're going to try maybe see Broodlords in this game.
You don't say.
Well, is the Greater Spire in production? Or
not yet.
Never mind.
Oh, Ultras.
Okay. I guess the Corruptors are out to deal with the medvacs.
Some good fungos do get off, and this Terran army should be cleaned up rather easily.
Yeah, he's just going to have to chain those fungos. He traps the medvacs. Corruptors are going to take them out.
I mean, he will lose a couple of infestors, but if he gets to get a few lings over here...
Yeah, I mean, well, he had that batch of 56 lings cleaned up, so he's just continually trading, and I can't believe those Marauders are still alive.
Well, you know... 5, 3.
Wow. You know, I don't know, crackling upgrade work on the way. a scan to try and clean up some of those creep tumors, but they're just not anywhere close to that scan. And Fungals go down on the Terran army. This is a good back and forth, but I just haven't feel like GrNee's made his way up to the northern part of the map recently.
Recently? As in,
that slammed into the wall. It looks like the Fungals have run dry. The third is going to fall. We do have the Greater Spire on the way. 22, 24 lings just hatched.
But you know what's on the way?
Weapons. 8 Ultras! This is going to be a great choice against this Bio army because Ultras just eat up Bio.
But it might be a bad choice.
You know, he really should have. I mean, he has Burrow. Why didn't he burrow those Infestors?
He doesn't burrow with anything. But the only thing I'm worried about with these Ultras, this is such a small space. Even if he had stayed long enough to get them out, they'd have to walk down the route. Walk down the route.
Rock down the rock. Rock down the rock. Yeah, it is true, and you know he kind of knew it. He had 8 Ultras on the way. He did have the Greater Spire just finished, but his Corruptors were mopped up. They were gone. No, they weren't.
Well, the Corruptors weren't really going to do anything against this army.
I guess he doesn't really have the resources as well, because he did dump all of that into the Ultras. So, you know, not a bad Platinum Thursday. Leave a comment down below on how you think both players did, how they can improve, and get up into that shiny Diamond League.
Hit that like button.
Subscribe. Like. Comment.
Do stuff.
Do the hokey pokey. Good luck and have fun.
GG.
GG.